the fact that that wasn't successful for me.
Oh.
So while the truth is also there that it is a question, you know, I feel very connected to it. There is a part which is, I'm out to prove that, guess what, this has made me healthier, this has made me more stress-free, this has let me live a better life than all you people in Microsoft. So there is a part of that. That's
supremacy. Yes. Now understand, unless you are complete with that part which is trying to declare supremacy, you will never be able to inspire and help people. Understand? Because in your heart, the supremacy is just sitting with a veil of enriching people. You are not enriching. Understand? You are, few words you will talk about enriching, then within that few words, that veil will come out, you will declare your supremacy, and the other fellow will see who is sitting inside. Oh, this is a goat wearing a tiger skin, not the tiger itself. Because the skin will fall for few minutes. In few minutes. Understand? So now you have to be very clear, complete. Sit with yourself and talk to yourself and declare, you are not a failure by dropping the job. Maybe that time you were not able to cope up with those things. Now let us learn to cope up with those things. You are not a failure, so you don't need to prove you are a success. As long as you think you are a failure, you have to prove your success. Heal the truth, you are a failure. Heal it, complete it, you are not. Even if you have failed, you are not a failure. You failed, but you are not a failure. You failed does not make you a failure. Understand? Anybody else? Real life situation. Please come out. Yes. Mic. Please switch on the mic.
The one that I'm trying to explain here is something what happened between me, my sister and my family. I was always under the impression that they are giving more lenience to my sister. And
No. Please loud.
That they are giving more lenience or love to my sister. And that my mother is expressing herself more with, she being a female kid. And that she was not, that emotional to me.
But usually mothers are always attached to sons. Fathers are only to daughters.
In my case, I was always, trying to find out or justify myself that, they are doing this, so they are doing more towards them. But only
all my brahmacharis have that problem. He attends only to his daughters.
So today morning, yesterday night when we did that exercise, I quickly realized it, and after a few discussions with my fellow, participants, I quickly called both my parents and apologized to them for what I did. Okay. Thanks for this.
So no, can you give a situation or a understanding about these three? How you justify and how you defend your inauthenticity and how you declare the supremacy of your inauthenticity.
I think one of the foolish things what I did was I tried to measure their love. That's purely foolishness. That's nothing but foolishness. And after that I started measuring, they acted this way, but I am actually more, the right thing is that we take the shelter of the responsibility of the word responsible. No, I am more responsible, I am man, so I have to take care of them. That's all, I started calculating and I was continuously on the wrong path and
great. Thanks. Come on, anybody else? Atma, you must be having for all these three situations. Come on, tell the story.
In one of the department which I worked, Swamiji, I had a problem with my co-ashramite. It's like you expected me to be a bit mature, but at that time I was not able.
You are capable of becoming matured.
At that time, I was like, I was not able to stretch myself, stretch up to your Anyakara. Because of that, I came out from the department. By that, I was like, I supported myself that I did my best, but I didn't realize that I can do even more.
Understand? Fulfilling my Anyakara about you is surrender to me. People go on claiming, I surrender me to you. I surrender to you. Oh Guru, I surrender to you. Sharanagati Prabhu, Sharanagati. I am defining Sharanagati, understand? Anybody who thinks you have surrendered to me, fulfilling my Anyakara, is surrendering to me. If not, you are asking me to surrender to you. No, I surrender to you. You should be doing as I want you. It means what? So I have to fulfill your Anyakara. So I have to surrender to you. So all surrender is dangerous. You understand? Now how dangerous is the disciples' surrender? No, they say, I surrendered to you. Now you should behave as I wanted. You should have been God for me. Declaring the supremacy of your inauthenticity. First understand. Jealousy starts as the justification of your inauthenticity. It grows as a defense mechanism of your inauthenticity. It thrives as the declaration of the supremacy of your inauthenticity. The moment you declare the supremacy, jealousy has already become cancerous. It has become cancerous. Now, let's go to the next tattva. Whenever there is inauthenticity in Anyakara, you end constantly comparing yourself and your life with others. Please understand. Listen. When others image about you, if you decide not to stretch yourself to that and not to complete with that, please understand. Even if you don't stretch yourself to their Anyakara, for example, somebody expects me to be Shiva. I am going to stretch me. Somebody wants me to play the role of Tendulkar. I am not going to stretch me to that, but I am not going to hurt him. I am going to complete with him. Why did you expect that from me? I did not prepare me to do that role for you in your life. And I never even gave an iota of confidence or the promise to you that I will fulfill your expectation of me in that line. So I am going to complete with him. But many times you neither fulfill nor interested in completion. You just disregard. Understand, anybody you disregard hits back to you, hits back at you. Do not disregard anybody's Anyakara. Indifference to Anyakara is inauthenticity. Understand? Every Anyakara comes to you as a boon. When you stretch yourself to something, you express extraordinary powers. When you complete with something, you express peace and contentment. The person who expects me to play the Tendulkar role, when I complete with him, no, I will not be able to fulfill because I do not commit in that line, and I am going to stretch myself in a different line. When you complete, you are peaceful with yourself and others. If you are indifferent, what do you mean telling me to play a centuries? 100th century. Is that a life? Come on, see what I am doing. I am Shiva. See how many people experience Shiva in me. You expect just Tendulkar from me? No. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. Then he is going to throw the ball on me, whether I am going to kick it to sixer or not. He is going to throw the ball on me. Whether I am going to kick the ball or not, ball is going to kick me. It is coming towards me. Either complete it by kicking it, or that is going to kick you. Whenever there is an inauthenticity, in you about others' expectation. See, when I say inauthenticity, you neither want to fulfill nor want to complete. Indifference, disrespect, abusal. That is what I call inauthenticity in dealing with others' image about you. You end up in jealousy, hurting others and you, anger towards others and you, and suffering to others and you. I tell you, just with these basic few truths and basic kriyas to make your brain awakened to these truths, I can remove all psychological sufferings, mental disorders from the world. Please understand, I am not talking out of ego. Authentically, with integrity, I am declaring. We can remove all the psychological sufferings and mental disorders from the world just with these few truths. We should take the responsibility for people to listen. We should take the responsibility for people to be authentic. Whenever your throat center collapses due to jealousy, you operate in life from a very narrow and limited perspective. Have an experience of continuous desperation, frustration, dissipation of energy, tiredness, constantly shrinking. How many of you feel every year passing you are only shrinking? Then you have the problem, your throat center is collapsing. No. You have to complete your jealousy. You have to sit with yourself. Every year, every passing year, I only feel clearly I am enriching me and enriching others. Especially this year, oh God, the best. I have hit on the lottery of enlightenment. I should actually declare my Sangha starts as a Sangha only this year. With these great truths of Chaturveda, 4 Mahavagyas, Chatur Mahavagyas, integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching. Till now, I was only revealing the mystical components what I brought, like kriyas, yogas, meditation techniques, life solutions. But only now, my sangha starts. Where I share this treasure with millions. It is literally lottery for me. Every year I feel like this lottery happening in my life. Only if you feel every year lottery is happening in your life is worth living. Or immediately you need completion. Shut yourself and get admitted into Dhyanapidam. And get cured, then leave. I am actually planning. In Salem I am planning to have a very affordable mental health care unit. Very affordable. For a large scale mental health care with these great truths and kriyas. With the mental health care professionals. When your Vishuddhi chakra is awakened, you have the direct access to infinite cosmic energy. When there is an alignment in the Anyakara that you carry about others, and the Anyakara others carry about you, your throat center is awakened. What is the alignment means? The other's image about me, I will either stretch me to fulfill or complete it by saying, I will not be able to fulfill. There is a completion. When there is a completion in others' image about you, your image about others also will come, evolve from that completion. It will not be taking revenge. It will be inspiring, supporting. That is why I tell you, my image about you is only supporting your expansion, not taking revenge on you. Because it comes out of my completion. What I see you, what I see as you, comes from the completion of a completed inner space, a non-violent inner space. So when you stretch it to that, you are fulfilled. I'll answer. Whenever you are complete with all the others' image about you, your image about others will not carry violence, it will be complete. You are free from jealousy. Whether you are completing out of your laziness or your authenticity. That is, say, for example, if somebody expects you to complete a building, you have to fulfill it. Because that is the mamakara and ahankara.
Yes.
But if somebody expects you, like suddenly if somebody comes and same thing, like cricket, they want you to give 100th century. Even the iota of the 100th century exists in your mamakara or ahankara. Understand? See, your mamakara and ahankara, the leakage of your mamakara and ahankara can be anyakara, but not something completely different. See, the other sanyakara can be the export of your ahankara, mamakara. It cannot be import to your ahankara and mamakara. Listen. Others' image about you can be the export of your mamakara and ahankara, can't be the import to your ahankara and mamakara. Export means out of this, but can't be suddenly something out of the blue. When it is out of this, you know you have to fulfill it. When it is out of the blue, you know you have to complete it. So clear? Shall I go to the next Satya? Here is a question from Michael. What about comparison and jealousy that results in feelings of inferiority rather than superiority? Whether declaring supremacy or inferiority, there is no infirmacy word, na? Let's create it. Whether you declare supremacy or infirmacy, it is one and the same. Understand? You declaring supremacy or infirmacy. When you declare infirmacy, you get into the mental setup of victimhood. Being a victim is nothing but declaring infirmacy. You can infringe on me. That is what you declare. When you declare infirmacy, don't blame the people who are infringing on your rights. Los Angeles, Winnie is sending a note. As a child, I wanted to express myself creatively, but my sister was the favorite of my mother and she was supported, and I had to help with that support by taking her to violin lessons. Now my mother offers to help me build wealth, but I reject this because part of me feels she does not deserve my attention. Winnie, many times when you have anger towards others, you punish you. You drink poison to kill your boss. Understand? You drink poison to kill your boss. Kill your boss. Now Winnie, understand. If you are not taking our help to create wealth, then who is going to suffer? You. You may take revenge on her. But with what cost? You are also suffering. It is like even if I lose one eye, it's okay, let her lose 2 eyes. Shall I move to the next tattva? Next tattva. When there is an alignment in the anyakara that you carry about others and others carry about you, your Vishuddhi is awakened and you start living the third basic satya of responsibility. Listen. When others image about you, your image about others, both are in alignment, suddenly you are inspired to take the responsibility. Responsibility comes and stays with you only if you are inspired. If the responsibility is put on you, you take it for a few days, then dump it in the garage. Let me define responsibility. Responsibility is living and operating from the understanding that you are the source of, and therefore you are responsible for all happenings in and around you in your life. Let me repeat once more. Responsibility means living and operating from the understanding that you are the source of, and therefore you are responsible for all the happenings. Because you are the source of all the happenings in and around you in your life, you are responsible for all the happenings in and around you in your life. I feel like I am taking the inner awakening next level. In and around you. So you are responsible for all the happenings in and around you. Now clear? No, it's so beautiful to drill this tattva into your bone marrow. When you take the responsibility not just for your image about others, but also others' image about you, you expand. I tell you, you express miracle powers in you. This is the science of siddhis. I'll give you one example. If you want the miracle power of floating on the water, first do one thing. Collect few people with whom your anyakara, your image about them is complete and their image about you is complete. Means either you fulfill what they expect from you or you complete what they expect from you. The complete alignment is there. So sit as a group and declare to them authentically with integrity, I am going to float on the water. Please understand. Keeping Kala Bhairava as witness, I am teaching you the science of miracles. Have few people with whom you are complete and they are complete with you, and declare, I am going to float on the water. Authentically decide you are going to do it. I promise that power will start expressing from you. Because all miracle powers start expressing when your image about others and others' image about you is complete in your life. Don't imagine immediately, oh, these are all remote things, not for me. No. I am talking about possibility. Straight possibility, not impossibility. There is nothing impossible. When I am possible, there is no impossible. No, I am not giving this as a quotation for clapping and just dumping it in the Facebook. No. It's for you. When I am possible, how can be impossible? Anything be impossible. I, the greatest miracle of life. That is why I love me so much. I don't want to lose me. That's the biggest thing I have in my life. This is the biggest thing. All of you know, you are the biggest thing for you. You don't want to lose that. When that biggest thing has happened, when I am possible, how can anything be impossible? For example, if I say I'll give you the power of floating in the water, will you give up on you? Will you give your life? Will you die? You will say naturally no. It means what? Then you are the bigger possibility than floating on the water. Am I right? When you have that itself, how can the floating on the water be impossible? Tell me. See, I tell you, all right, I'll give you the power to float on the water. Please die, commit suicide. Will you do? You won't. Because you know that me, I am the biggest possibility. I am the biggest happening. How can I give up that just for floating on the water? Then, when that big possibility itself has happened, why can't the floating on the water can happen? This is a science of miracles, understand? When I have, please understand, whenever I have the disciples who are complete with me and I am complete with them, anything I declare immediately becomes reality. Why sometime after Kalabhairava declares it takes few days for it to become reality? Because the receiver may not be complete. So little completion is required. But Kalabhairava takes the responsibility even for his incompletion and gives that as a boon. At least after the boon is delivered, he should make himself complete. Understand? If Kalabhairava says, it will happen when it happens, then he may do 10 miracles out of 100 reading. But if he declares date, time and everything, he will do 80 miracles out of 100 readings. But the 20 failure is the biggest, the largest way he can stretch his hand is stretched. And they missed. Clear? He can be integrated, but he will not be authentic. Anybody has a doubt? Sometime Kalabhairava blessed, and that day exactly it has not happened. It's still getting delayed. Understand, this is the tattva, truth. Understand? I am not justifying, I am just telling you the truth. I am not justifying, I am just justing. Justifying happens after failure, adjusting happens before entering, justing happens to be the truth. Adjusting, justifying, justing. Usually You take responsibility based on your understanding of the peak of your energy. I wanted to make you very clear. I wanted to declare it and make you understand. When I started this Sangha, even though I declared it will become an international organization, that was not the peak of my energy at that time. But I declared authentically and decided to stretch me to that. Usually we take responsibility based on our understanding of peak of energy. It is actually other way around. When you take responsibility with integrity and authenticity, the peak of your energy just expands and fulfill the responsibility you have taken up. Understand? With authenticity and integrity, I declared it will become the place to teach and radiate enlightenment science to the world. Enrich people with enlightenment science. I can see the responsibility comes up and fills that, makes it happen. Taking responsibility for everything happening in your life. You will see, you will experience power naturally radiating through you. You don't need a separate boss chair to experience and live the responsibility. Please listen. How you always take responsibility? You think, oh, I can run 2 shops now. I'll take the responsibility of 3 shops. But if you work with authenticity and integrity, you think, hey, I can run 200 shops. And cosmic energy, responsibility comes in, fills and makes it as 200 shop. To express power, you don't need throne. You only need to know how to unleash the responsibility energy in you. Once you know how to unleash the responsibility energy in you, your inhaling and exhaling itself will be powerful. We'll do one more exercise that will make you internalize this truth. Please distribute the worksheet. All of you got the worksheet? Scan your whole life and identify the anyakara which others in your life carry about you that leaves you with an experience of conflict with them. That is, identify areas of your life where you feel powerless or experience conflict with others because of the perception or image they carry about you. For example, your spouse always wants you to be with a loving, caring and forgiving attitude, and it seems impossible for you to be that way all the time. And understand, whenever you feel powerless or experience a conflict in your life related to others, perception of the image they carry about you, you are surely not taking responsibility for the perception or image they carry about you. I think better you read the question. All the 5. 3 you have to write, 2 you have to practice. Come on, 10 minutes I give you guys time. If needed, I will extend later on. Now 10 minutes. If you are done, please go for a break because we will be having Kriya together.
Nityanandam, powerful session with Swamiji, great cosmic truths delivered, and now it is time for us to internalize, understand the deeper meaning of what Swamiji has delivered. This whole session was about how the comparison that we have, how when we compare with others, for example, many participants came in and shared their experiences, how they would compare the treatment that they received with the treatment they, for example, a sibling, a sister or a brother, they received, and then they make their own decisions about themselves, about maybe their parents are partial, or they did not get the preferential treatment from their parents, and so on, and then they make decisions about themselves as well. And the worst part is that these decisions stay on within ourselves, and we continue to experience life based on those decisions. So now is the opportunity for us to look in, understand those incidents, those moments in our lives where we did similar comparisons, and then we arrived at similar decisions which are still running our lives, and reorganize them, complete with them, so that we become free and we are welcoming life as it is happening, so we can become the possibility, we can create whatever we want in our lives. And Swamiji beautifully shared whether the tasks that we do, the actions that we do, whether they end up in success or failure or anything that we may call it, but we are never a success. We are never a failure. We are always the success of life happening through us. So again and again, being open to what life is offering and going at what exactly that we want to create, and going beyond all these incompletions, the decisions that we carry which limit us and do not allow us to experience life completely. So now, in the powerful presence of Swamiji, let us look in, identify those moments, identify those incidents, and bring completion. Scan your life and identify the anyakara which others in your life carry about you that leaves you with an experience of conflict with them. Identifying areas of your life you experience conflict with others because of image they carry about you. So Swamiji gave this beautiful example. When somebody expects something from him, it is also something that is exactly the same as that he wants to manifest in his life. If another expectation happened which is not aligned to, let's say, what you want to do in your life, get the process of completing. Never just let it go or just simply ignore. So now let us look at all the incidents, all the situations in our life where the anyakara with others, or what others expect from us, is different or is in conflict with what we want in our lives. So identify those moments. Let's start. We'll be projecting the slides so you can go through and write down all those instances. Nityanandam, let us slowly relax from the process of working on the throat chakra. We were identifying the conflicts between expectations, anyakara, that others have on us and how we have expressed and what we really want to do in our lives and bringing completion. So let us quickly share what clicks, what powerful truths, what you understood and how you were able to reconcile with other people expecting, others expecting, having anyakara, having their expectations about what you can do, and if there are any conflicts with that and how you want to express yourself, bringing completion, reconciling all of that. Ma Nitya Chandrasekhara Priya saying, to be a loving and quiet and non-argumentative wife, accepting whatever happens in my life without questioning. Great. Thank you for sharing. And this is the declaration of how or what you want to do in your life. If let's say another person is expecting something different from you, then if that creates a conflict in you, completing with the person and setting the expectation straight, not ignoring that there is a outstanding expectation somebody else is having on us. So great, thank you so much for sharing. Anybody else, if you want to share anything that you understood, reinforced from what Swamiji mentioned and how this exercise went as we went looking into those instances in our lives. Let's quickly share before we enter into the next power manifestation session. We see Jaykumar Aya, Eta Lai, Lin Eating Ma, and Ma Chakraraja Swarupini, Wu JC, I think, Rajendra Babu, Nitya Parashakti, all of us in the Zoom. Let us know how you were able to internalize the truths from this session. If you had any understanding, any questions, anything that you had. So let's quickly share before we enter into the manifestation. Whenever we come up to manifestation, let's just jump up and say, yes, now we are going to get into another manifestation, another opportunity for us to be in oneness with Paramashiva and allow Swamiji to manifest through us and declare the powers. So let us come back to that space of manifestation quickly. And Jay Kumaraya is sharing, penned all the conflicts and completed. Great, fantastic. Thank you for sharing. And Rajendra Babu Aya is saying, all are accepted. Or I think you mean by all expectations that others have on you are accepted. Great, thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing. And good to see all of us internalizing the truths that Swamiji is giving and directly applying it to our lives. So fantastic. And with Swamiji's blessings, we'll be able to have a complete relationship with others and achieve what we really want, what we truly want in our lives. So fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing. Now we will enter into the manifestation. Let us come back to the space of manifestation, sitting straight as possible, sitting comfortably, deciding to enter into the space of oneness, welcoming Swamiji in your inner space, intensely connect with him in whatever form that you visualize, in whatever way that you relate with him. Intensely connect with Swamiji, declaring the Mahavakya, Om Nityananda Paramashivoham, is the direct way to be in oneness with Swamiji, to enter into oneness. Decide you will be in oneness. And from that space of oneness, let us again make the declaration for the height of the person. It is either somebody in your vicinity or somebody far away from you, or your own self, your own physical body. From the powerful space of oneness, make a clear declaration of your height and ensure that you are measuring the height before you start the manifestation, so that we can compare. Once you are ready, let us start entering into oneness and making a clear declaration of the height, the change in height that you want to see. Let's start.
साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः गुरवे नमः गुरवे नमः गुरवे नमः गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः गुरवे नमः गुरवे नमः गुरवे नमः गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः गुरवे नमः गुरवे नमः गुरवे नमः गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः गुरवे नमः गुरवे नमः गुरवे नमः
आनंदेश्वरा ओम आनंदेश्वरा हर हर बोले आनंदेश्वरा ओम आनंदेश्वरा ओम आनंदेश्वरा हर हर बोले आनंदेश्वरा ओम आनंदेश्वरा ओम आनंदेश्वरा हर हर बोले आनंदेश्वरा ओम आनंदेश्वरा रामेश्वरा नित्य रामेश्वरा हर हर बोले आनंदेश्वरा रामेश्वरा नित्य रामेश्वरा हर हर बोले आनंदेश्वरा रामेश्वरा नित्य रामेश्वरा हर हर बोले आनंदेश्वरा गंगाधरा नित्य गंगाधरा 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 हर हर बोले आनंदेश्वरा जटाधरा नित्य जटाधरा 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 हर हर बोले आनंदेश्वरा सोमेश्वरा नित्य सोमेश्वरा 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 हर हर बोले आनंदेश्वरा नित्यपुरीश्वर आनन्देश्वर हे परमेश्वर पालय माम् नित्यपुरीश्वर आनन्देश्वर हे परमेश्वर पालय माम्
कनकसभागत काञ्चन विग्रह कामविनिग्रह कान्ददनो कनकसभागत काञ्चन विग्रह कामविनिग्रह कान्ददनो कलिकलितागिल पापमलाभः कृत्तिसमावृतदेहविभो कलिकलितागिल पापमलाभः कृत्तिसमावृतदेहविभो कुवलयसन्निभ रत्नविनिर्मितत्वयक्रीट सुभाष्टधनो कुवलयसन्निभ रत्नविनिर्मितत्वयक्रीट सुभाष्टधनो जय जय हे नित्यानन्दपदे नित्य जय जय हे नित्यानन्दपदे नित्य भाग्य समृद्धि मुभार्जय मे भाग्य समृद्धि मुभार्जय
Nityanandam, let us slowly relax from the manifestation. Now is the time to quickly measure measure the height and compare the height before and after manifestation. Let's just quickly do this. Thank you all so much for participating. And just such a powerful space to be in, to enter into the space of oneness with Swamiji and manifesting. And again, every moment of your life can be an opportunity for manifesting. Whatever we want in our life, small things, big things, anything that we want to have, simply again and again entering into the space of oneness and declare what you want, and you'll see miracles happening. You will see your possibilities happening. So, fantastic. Let's quickly have a sharing, because the next session is going to be very powerful. We're going to be looking at one of the most extraordinary aspects of mysticism and spirituality. We have Manitya Chakra Raja Swarupini sharing. Increased 1 centimeter. Fantastic. Great. That's awesome.
It's awesome.
Great, Ma. Thank you so much for sharing. And yes, absolutely a reason to celebrate. Now we see that the manifesting is happening beautifully, and again, getting into the space of oneness and manifesting. Let's quickly have the others also share. Jayakumar Sundaramurthy Aya saying increased 0.4 centimeters approximately. Beautiful. That's fantastic. We'll see that all around the manifestation is beautifully happening, and Swamiji's presence, Swamiji's space is taking us through all of this. So beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing, all of you, and thank you so much for participating in this journey. Now, the one thing I will always recommend is to have the sharing done, have the whole thing happen on video, so that you will have a track for yourself first, and you'll also be able to share it with others, and they will enjoy the path that you're entering into, the journey that you're going into. So beautiful. Thank you so much. Now we'll enter, and Nitya Parashakti is sharing flat. I think they mean there has not been any change. No problem. Again, celebrate, because Swamiji has manifested through you in whatever way he manifested, but Swamiji, Paramashiva, has manifested in you. So fantastic. Enjoy the experience and never forget to celebrate. Beautiful. So now let us enter into this section. In the next segment, we are going to receive, like we mentioned, powerful cognitions about the Agnya Chakra, the third eye. This is one of the most talked about, experienced, and most mystical also of all the energy centers in our body, and so many traditions have worked on the third eye. And now Swamiji, the living incarnation of Paramashiva, is going to introduce us the cosmic truths as they are, the exact truths about what the third eye is, the Agnya Chakra between your eyebrows, and how responsibility as a thought current, a thought trend, relates with this Agnya Chakra. So let us come back to the space of listening and give our authentic listening to Swamiji. Let us sit straight.
Now we will work on the third eye center, brow center. Earlier we worked on Mamakara, then Ahankara, now we will work on the relationship you share with your Ahankara and Mamakara. Understand? The relationship you share with your inner identity and the identity you project outside. If both of them are aligned, the brow center is active, high energy expresses through you. If both of them have conflict, non-integrated, inauthentic, then Agnya Chakra collapses. outside you, you always project yourself lower than what you are. And outside you, you always project yourself higher than what you are. Please listen. Inside, you always project yourself lower than what you are. Outside, you always project yourself higher than what you are. The brow center is blocked when your mamakara and ahankara are not aligned. Whenever there is a mismatch in what you believe as you inside you and what you project as you outside you, you are living with failure. Understand? This right word I will use. Your plan for life is failure. Please understand, if you plan for miracles, miracles will go on be happening in your life. If you plan for failure, failures will go on be happening in your life. It's like a sword which is sharp on both sides, rubbing you constantly. On one side, the inauthenticity of your mamakara is pulling you down. On the other side, the inauthenticity of your ahankara is pulling you down. Please listen. When you don't integrate these two, your mamakara and ahankara, in both places you will be shrinking. If you align both, the first thing will happen is you don't need to remember how you need to project you. That's the biggest relief. I tell you, even in the sleep or waking state, I don't need to remember at all how I should project me. I just wake up and come out. Because the mamakara and ahankara are so aligned, I don't need to remember constantly how I should project me. That's the first freedom will happen to you. That's what I call easy going. In easy going, you don't need to remember how you need to project you. In e-going, every inch for you to go, you need to remember. Either life is easy going or e-going. What I mean by the word aligning, let's analyze, let's understand. How to align the inner identity and outer identity. First, you need to understand both the pieces. And you have to know what kind of a connection they enjoy, or they may not even have connection. When your Ajna chakra is collapsed, you are wounded on both sides, wounded on outside and inside both. The easy going life does not happen. You can see very clearly people who are egoistic, they become very serious and diseased. How to align them? It takes little realigning of your life for which you are afraid. That is where the problem is. You just have to decide you are not going to be doing the drama of having mamakara and ahankara separate. I am not saying you should be true to your mamakara. Whatever you feel inside you as you, just tell that, show it to the outside. No, because what you feel inside as a equal lies than what you show as outside. What you show as outside, if there is a 50 lies in that, what you feel as inside you, that also has a 50 lies. One of the biggest problem human beings face is they think we should just show what we are from inside. Even inside you are not what you are. What will you do about that? Even what you feel as you inside is not what you are. So aligning means if you want to stick two things, in both you have to put a Fevicol. So for alignment, both needs to be aligned. First thing, remove lies from both. Don't try to make your inner identity just like outer identity or outer identity just like inner identity. When I say aligning, what usually you will first try to do? Outside you show you are a courageous person. Then what you do? You try inside also, let me become courageous. You tell yourself, I am courageous, I am courageous, I am courageous. That is what is positive thinking. All positive thinking is loose thinking. No, that is not going to work. And otherwise you think, all right, inside I am a powerless fellow, I will show the same way outside. Then you start telling, see, what am I? Oh, nothing works. And you bring inauspiciousness to you and anybody who sees you. Align what you feel as you inside and outside. How you know? Not by pushing the outer identity inside or not by pulling inner identity outside. No. All of you understand the mistake you usually do? I am giving you one example. Inside, you are very frightened, outside very courageous. Then what you do? You try to, aligning means, oh, inside I will tell myself, I am courageous, I am courageous, I am courageous. Then when the problem comes, I am courageous, I am courageous, I am courageous, I am courageous. No, that is not aligning. That is what you do in the name of positive thinking. No, really. All known positive thinking techniques are nothing but the junk of the outer identity, which is supposed to be discarded even from outer identity, is being inserted forcibly into your inner identity. Like what you took out through enema is being inserted through the injection. I am giving you the very visual. Which you took out through enema is supposed to be removed from your house itself. But you get a glucose bottle What? And send the whole thing inside. That is what is your positive thinking. Most of the time, the lies of your outer identity, which was rejected by your inner identity, you think that chunk should be infused into your inner identity. No. Whatever is rejected in your outer identity by inner identity, that is lie. Throw it away. Whatever is rejected in your inner identity by the outer identity, that's a lie. Throw it away. Your positive thinking is not aligning. There's another one thing you try to do to align. Go on talking about what you think as you to others. That is what you do lying down in the couch of the psychiatrist. You think by telling whatever you feel as you are becoming authentic. No. Whatever you think as you is not you. Neither by pulling the inner identity outside, nor by pushing outer inside, you are going to align between outer and inner identity. This is the first lesson you need to know. You need to know how alignment will not happen. Only then I can teach you how alignment can happen. This is like you try to fly by pulling your shoelaces. You decide you should fly. That's the first statement. Second thing, how to fly? If you pull yourself, you can fly. Third, what is the best way? My shoelaces, come. You know where will you fall. Trying to fly by pulling the shoelaces is not going to work. Then what is the way to align? Whatever you show as outer identity and not accepted by the inner identity. Like if you show what you show to the outer world, if you pen down, there are many characters, many things your inner identity will not accept. Hey, it is not true, it is not true, it is not true. Then throw all that. Say, I will not project all this anymore. I will not empower all this anymore. I will not repeat words or actions which shows these parts. And same way, write an essay about your inner identity. What do you think as you, feel as you? Many things your outer identity will reject in that. You will say, I am a frightened guy. So many ideas you will be having. I am a coward, I run away and all that. But your outer identity suddenly will tell, no, it is not the case. Many times we won the game. Many times we showed courage. Please understand. Aligning of both identities will literally end up in no identity. Understand? Will end up in no identity. It is like Gopas. They have beaten each other and killed their whole generation, their whole civilization. Nobody outside came and killed. See, always in the war, It is never decided who is right. It's only decided who is left. War does not decide who is right. It only decides who is left. Usually in the war, somebody comes and kills, and the person who kills others, they are left alive. But the Gopas had unique war. Dwaraka, the Krishna's civilization, Krishna's disciples, Krishna's, or I can say Krishna's citizens. They killed each other and finally nothing was left. Same way, drop whatever complaint your inner identity does about outer identity. And drop whatever complaint your outer identity has about inner identity. This is the assignment now you need to do. It's a 2 minutes assignment. After that I will give you another one elaborate work. First, this 2-minute assignment. Describe all the qualities of your outer identity. One side. Other side, all the qualities of your inner identity. What you feel as you, what you project as you. Like a quality, one by one, you write. Then we will have a fight between these two. Whatever this one does not want in him, remove. Whatever that one does not want in him, remove. Then finally, there will be few qualities both want in each other. When you align, identity will disappear. You will live that easy-going life. What is easy-going life? Not having any weight while you do all your life. That's all. Not having any weight while you live your life. Not having either fear or worry or weight or anxiety. When all this is not there, naturally you are not there, then who is there? Because you always identified yourself only with all these things. When I became enlightened, first thing I felt is, oh God, I am lost. Whom I used to remember as me is not there anymore. Somebody else is sitting. But that somebody else, when I settled with him, I realized only this is me. Earlier the guy who was there only is somebody else. Let's do this assignment. Your outer identity and inner identity. Describe like qualities. Outside, I show myself courageous and I am rich. Outside, how you project, I am rich. Inside, you may be feeling, no, I am poor. Outside, you will be showing as if you are a spendthrift, you spend, you are charitable and all that. Inside, you know, I am a miser, I don't touch. I don't even buy toilet paper. I bring it from the airport. Whenever I go there, I take 2 rolls and keep it in hand. Now whatever you have written, can you cancel the qualities which the other party is affecting? See, if there is something in inner identity which outer identity does not like or does not reflect, cancel that. If something outer, the inner identity does not like, does not fall in tune, cancel. Finally, you will see only one or very few qualities where the other person does not fight. When you start living those few, you will just live without identity. means in easiness.
Nityanandam, powerful and straight technique for going beyond our identities and directly working on our Agnya Chakra, the third eye region, the third eye center. Now, as Swamiji mentioned, there are some qualities of our outer identity. Whatever we project outside, there are some qualities. And then there are some qualities in our inner identity. Now, what we are going to do is write down what are the qualities in my outer identity in the first column. And then on the second column, what are the qualities of my inner identity. So, whichever is in conflict, let's say you want something to project yourself as very outgoing and very expressive, but your inner identity is not in alignment with that. Inner identity just wants to just relax and be quiet. So there is a conflict. If there is any conflict, simply remove. If you eliminate as this process, then you will see that finally there will be a few qualities with both of them want, both your outer identity and your inner identity, both of them want some qualities. When you live with those qualities, then you will see your whole identity will just disappear and completely your Agnya Chakra will be purified. So, with the blessings and intense presence of Swamiji, let us now internalize. Let's work on the Agnya Chakra, the Bro Chakra. Let us look inside. We'll project the slides so you can look through and enter into this exercise. Let's start. Nityanandam, let us slowly relax from the exercise. Let us do a quick round of sharing from all the participants. Any understanding, any clicks, while they were identifying the conflicts between the inner image, the qualities of the inner image and qualities of the outer image, and when they are all reconciled, anything that is in conflict, when they are all removed, and what is left with you, when that is lived authentically, when those qualities are lived authentically, then we can live free beyond any identities. Let's quickly share before we conclude for the day. And Jay Kumar Sundaramurthy Aya is saying everything cancelled each other. Fantastic. That is awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing. And that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing because we now know how we have structured our life, how we have created identities, and this conflict creates all kinds of restlessness. Now, when the conflicts are removed, we'll see real peace happens within us. So beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing. And let's also quickly hear from the others if there is anything that you have found while doing this exercise. With the grace and blessings and the overflowing compassion of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nityananda Paramashivoham, all the sessions, the processes, initiation, and the direct blessings of Paramashivoham are all brought to you. And Swamiji has been offering this. And Rajendra Babu is sharing, I am not disturbed unnecessarily. Rest all are cancelled. Excellent. That is fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing. Now, offering our gratitude to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nityananda Paramashivoham, for giving us this experience, allowing us to go through the ultimate journey, the ultimate transformation. I request all of us to share our experience, what we went through, what we are going through, the extraordinary journey that is happening with all our friends, all our family, all social media platforms everywhere, and invite them also. Make a personal invitation to everyone to join you and be part of these sessions. These sessions are offered free by the ultimate compassion of Swamiji. So it is free to join for anyone. Just as you are enjoying, at least one person per day, at least one person, if you share this so that their lives can also be transformed and they can live a higher life, a peaceful life. And of course, there is so much more that the program can offer. So share it with people as much as possible and invite your friends and family to be part of this program. Before we close, is there anything else anybody wants to share or ask? Any questions? We'll offer our gratitude to Swamiji for bringing us this possibility. Alright, thank you so much. We'll now close with the Pura Mantra. Just seeing that Jai Kumar Aya is saying, thank you Swamiji, gratitude, I surrender myself under your feet, gratitude. Thank you so much. And thank you for being part of this journey. And Ma Nitya Chakra Raja Swarupini is saying the two qualities are aligned. Perfect. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Swamiji's blessings. We'll now offer our gratitude to Swamiji, chanting the Pura Mantra. Let us sit straight. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sarvam Bhagavat Sri Nityananda Paramashiva Padkarpanamastu. Om Nityanandam. Thank you all so much. We'll see you again tomorrow at 7 a.m. New York time in the morning. Until then, Nityanandam.
Thank you.